Nigel Farage has revealed the major reason why Boris Johnson is at risk of going soft on the UK's Brexit demands and warned LBC listeners of what the outcome would be. The Dominic Cummings controversy could land the UK in a Brexit transition period extension, Nigel Farage has warned. The LBC host hit out at the Boris Johnson's advisor's cock and bull defence of his rule-breaking but admitted he was conflicted. Mr Farage noted many Remainers had hidden motives for calling for Mr Cummings' resignation. He told listeners, "I am terribly conflicted over this. We need Cummings to be there for the next few weeks, those of us that want Brexit. Because if he suddenly disappeared maybe Boris would go soft. We could finish up extending the transition period." Mr Farage continued, "So whatever I think about him is irrelevant. A big chunk of me says it's important that he's there. But another part of me can't help but think of things like that cock and bull story about going to Barnard Castle to test his eyesight. I mean, what do they take us for?" The LBC host added, "It is clear that there are many, not all, but many in the Remain camp particularly, who would like to see the back of him. They think Cummings going now may well aid them in getting us to extend, beyond the end of this year, staying in the EU rulebook. Has he done enough to convince everyone? I don't think he's 100% telling the truth." The special advisor had driven 260 miles from London to Durham with his family after his wife developed symptoms in March, despite official guidelines stating that those in a similar position should remain home and isolate. Mr Cummings refused to apologise for his actions and said he believed he had acted reasonably and within the law. He claimed he made the trip in his son's interest so that his family could look after the 4-year-old if necessary. The next set of discussions have begun to take place between the UK and EU via video link. Brexit talks were stalled after rows broke out between the sides with each accusing the other of being unreasonable in their demands.